Turning your app into a business can seem like a daunting task.
on that piece of paper. Hero Swag and Snap are going to be moving forward first. Everyone's rolling in, no folds. Okay, it's organized.
Blackie just wiped out Cammy's trio all by himself.
Again?
Blackie just wiped him out. It's just not the kind of day for Cammy's trio. It's just showing you that split. It's just once people start coming in, once they start, it's like you're building a kind of wooden blocks tower, right? The moment one piece is missing, that whole thing collapses, and that's what's happening. They need perfect rotations. They need that loot to have success, and so far, day 2, all that success is being destroyed by that lobby.
You can always rebuild that tower. You can also have that happen towards the mid game as well on a sound structured tower. That's exactly what Snap was trying to do on screen to Karma, Aware, and Legends. Not going to happen though. They'll box up on top of each other in a really weird spot. I'm not sure exactly what you can see from here, especially if there's a lot of teams above you, but I respect it. It's cool to be side by side. No Riley Vidil though, they want to go higher. Trulex is there as well. Both teams that love to be all the way up top, and now the fight starts box to box. Kind of getting itchy between both these teams. Noah Riley's gonna be the one person to be having the opportunity to drop down from an angle that they actually can't perceive or see. There it is, the big charge shot on towards Trulex. He gets a big shot back though. Noah Riley's in trouble. 45 HP, has to find room to breathe. He's choking on air right now. There's a tree in the way. Okay, it'll be there for camouflage, but he's leaving both his teammates down below in a fight against Juriki. It wasn't even Trulex, and Juriki gets wiped out.
Man, so many trios are playing right into the plan of Noah Riley's trio. That's what they want. They want these fights. They love mid-game fights on the Storm Edge. They're going to take them, and they're not going to let go. This trio is dangerous, and they're moving up their leaderboard slowly but surely just by their E-Lane play. We're not even in placement points yet, Shayo.
And look at this, entire leaderboard at the same time. The differences in points between teams is huge. Almost 40 points ahead is Janice and Shapix. Past that too, everyone's kind of neck and neck, but if these guys survive in this game, can anyone really catch them?
Everybody on social media, on the Reddit forums, were saying Noah Riley's Vidil's reasons game plan of keying everybody is not going to work in a high stakes lobby. It's not going to work against 150 plus FNCS finals appearances, but it's working right now, and they're in second place.
Thing though is now for this rotation, this is kind of like an ocean all these players have to cross. They'll be on similar kind of wavelengths and a boat. Will anyone be, prime enough, sturdy enough to go for a mutiny of sorts and become the captain of this rotation, go for more beams, take a fight? Or will it all be organized? One team already dipped through that river. Some of these boats have made land on the other side. Noah Riley Vidil have that chance to, take the reins away from the captains, but they're so far below. So low, it's not possible. Andalex, Snazy, and Squeeze, though, they're all the way up in the bird's nest of the boat, of the zone. And they look so good. Highest.
Time hit here. Scram and Resguard are not going to go down without a fight here. This is a very important fight here for Analex's trio because they desperately need these tags.
1 HP on Refsguard. They were so close to getting so much more damage too. 35 above now, 9 below. This is a very difficult lobby, and 9 players will have to go down for the surge to stop in just a few moments. We'll see exactly. if these guys can get any more. 35 above. Surge is now active. A big 49 tag. That'll be huge for Endelex, but the fight's not stopping. They find Ref's guard. They'll be able to snipe him down as well. They have to do it quick. There we go. 200 more damage, but it's still not enough after that. 346. It's over.
Man, Scram's still alive there, but Snazy's trio, they're good. They're not going to fight anymore, and they have to go there. The rotation's going to push them there anyway, but that's the kind of pressure you have here when you find out center zone is all of a sudden you have to step out of your comfort zone, step away from that piano, and you're going to have to dance and fight.
So on the left side there, kind of with Snazy, it's basically fencing, swords, eloquent. Over here, it's open fist slaps to the face between two trios. Pink low, stompy low. No, Riley doesn't care. He's not even editing walls. He just has a charge ready to go. It's absolutely disrespectful and crazy, and it's working.
They are in the zone. They are buzzsawing this entire lobby, and they're not going to stop. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our number one first place currently holding on, Janus Hand and Champix. I'm sure they're seeing that feed lead up by that second place here. Looking down below, you're seeing Savage is barely without any shield here. But what a great position here. No one's going to be able to sneak in a sniper shot here for Janus Hand and Champix. They're going to find some great opportunities and pick on Slender, which is another top 5 team having some issues with this rotation.
You're saying great position. I'm saying what is their position? Look at the minimap. It's arrows on arrows. It's like a quiver of an archer. You can't really determine who's where. There's too many people on top of each other. I'm not sure exactly what Janus is even working with vertically right now. And they have to pull over the mountain. There's no way Patty, Knifer, and Vino are the ones all the way up top. Another round for Anas, Flick, and Thomas to maybe take height, but they failed 2 games so far. Will the third try be the chance?
This is going to be a huge opportunity as well for Knifer's trio to move up to the leaderboard. If they were able to kind of capitalize on this height, all determine where it goes, how dangerous Thomas, HC, Flick, and Anas going to be, and of course, how dangerous Hen's right below right there. You also have Anilix. These trios love to play for height. This is the first time that we've seen in the final stage Patty, Knifer, and Vino be at height as Savage does go down and out.
It's really easy to spot how good these eagles look all the way up in the sky, but the rats down below in low ground, you can see Benji Fishy, Amplify Matzo moving up the left side, Snazy so close to the front of the zone all the way on the right. Patty's actually lagging a little bit far behind, but that's possibly to get some tags all the way on the right and left sides. We'll see if it's possible. Big bridge for him to cross and a big ladder for everyone else to climb all the way up the highest mountain Fortnite has to offer.
Actually, Savage is still there. Savage is barely alive right then and there. Savage has an opportunity too, but this is the kind of zone that Benji and Matzo do really well in as well. We saw this in the finals. They were able to secure a top placement.
And right now, everyone's kind of put to the ultimate test on rotation. Who will be the ones to make the smartest rotation just in general at the moment? Black Yoda on the right side, he's always surviving 24/7. Vino, though, is dropping the pressure down below. We see Snazy leading the pack aside. Benji Fishy on the left boxes. Patty is basically, having a free rotation, but still struggling to get all the way up top high. One of those ramps breaks down too. Nora Riley goes down. Hen goes down too. Reason has low HP. People are not passing the test. Anas and Benji Fishy are fighting in the zone, and Benji goes down, but trades with Thomas. Flick and Anas are trying to grab all the way up, but they're drowning. They're drowning. They can't breathe. Flick goes down. Top teams can't make the hurdle.
There's one top team in the 7th place going into this match that still has an opportunity. Reason still a solo here, still has the opportunity to get huge, valuable placement. Look at that feed light up. So many people fell when the zone went up and over. Knifer, Piety, and Vino, they had no opportunities to get 0 E limbs because the mountain took all of that away here. So yes, they might get that victory out, but they're not going to capitalize on that valuable position, like Reese said, where you could get 5 E limbs, and Reason finally goes down to snag. Oh,
Snazy
no!
was trying to grasp anything. A little bit of a breath on a high. He tries to bounce her down, but gets beamed. Stassi all the way down to Vino still controls height. DKS on the right side. It's an icy end game. You want to make sure no one here slips. It's a duel situation though for Stassi right now, moving up. Nice side jump to make sure he relieves all the pressure. 3 different trios left. He's looking up for Patty. It's a possibility. There's 170 mats though. Miro's still alive all the way on low too. Where is Miro? Is he even on screen? He's all the way down below.
Miro has done this rotation before. All the clips I've seen him, but no, Blackie. This is gonna be a huge but his teammate there, Snagged, is there. Blackie gets tagged in the back. Down goes Blackie from Snagged, and Eric in there to finish the trade. Now it is a top 2 situation. Can Eric pick up? He's going for the rest. I mean, it's still a lot of zone left because so many people went down early. Knifer and Patty still have this opportunity, but this is going up over the mountain. This is not going to look good, but Eric is not going to give up. They're going to grasp as much as possible. This is still up for them here. I don't think Patty and Knifer, they're not going to go down. They're going to try to hold on, but if they were any kind of aggressiveness, this could work out for Patty and Knifer, but Eric and Blackie here getting closer and closer to height.
at World's Edge, and they finally find a way to jump over. Patty though denies it. You win with a big clap back. Blackie is left at the bottom of the mountain. Does he have any heals is the question. 40 seconds of time he has to buy, and Knifer has 2 floppers. The Fishman on top of the mountain with the big shots wins the game. What a zone. What a performance.
Man, that mountain zone just took out so many of the top players, top of the leaderboard, and that gave an opportunity for Knifer's Trio to walk away from that. But they only got, from what I've seen, maybe 1 elim and the Victory Royale. Huge placement point game for them. What? At the same time, you would hope that they would get more elims, but that finish, Shayo, that mountain, quite treacherous.
How can you elim people when you have to deal with the mountain, man?
I'm not know.
There's natural low ground trying to eliminate you, so that's a rough one. A lot of top teams also, wiped out, as you said, Sancho. We got to toss it over to Reese, Levin, and Zeke to see exactly what went down.
Man, I just gotta say, I love Sancho and Shy's casting. They are phenomenal. The hype was there. The grandfather mountain will always claim its toll. And also, I think, guys, this is the craziest underdog story. Knifer's Trio coming in, former FNCS champions from console. They're showing up, they're saying, listen, friends, you think we can't hang? Watch this. We're about to take a Victory Royale away from you. Just pulling the rug out beneath you. No problem.
Yeah, and for that team, in their heat after the first 3 games, they had 2 points. They were down bad, right? They were down bad. However, the last 3 games of their heat, they absolutely popped off, managed to get that top 8. Today, and yesterday, I think before that game, they had a total of 34 points. And I think they gained somewhere around 40 to 50 in that game in particular. We'll see when the leaderboards pop up. So huge game already. Way more points they've gotten than all the rest games. So this could be the start of their momentum. Another thing when you're noticing, we saw the res. We saw them go for the revive in that end game. And you might be thinking, how is this possible? How is a 2v2 situation getting a revive off? But if you notice when we switch back to the team on hype, Paddy's team, they had been on hype for so long and they didn't manage to get a refresh that they're already still out of AR ammo. So it's kind of a reflection of what we saw back in game 2 of yesterday, where teams on hype just didn't manage to get that refresh enough to get the ammo to keep pressuring down, but ended up winning anyway this time.
Yeah, I think this is what Day 2 is all about, right? The remontadas, the comebacks, and I think if you look at what both of those teams were, the final 2 teams there, Paddy's team finished yesterday in 29th, Erkin's team finished yesterday in 20th. Not the best performances by any means, but both of these guys on the day coming out and showing that, we are solid teams, we can get decent placements. Another thing to note, and Alexis team, another strong game, 4th place, they finish in that game. So, when we have these exciting zones, these zones that go up in extreme, elevations, it is always exciting. It's fun for us to watch, not fun for the players. I'll tell you that much. But,
Extreme's the right word. I think extreme was the right word.
Yeah.
Still super fun. And guys, I kind of want to continue this underdog story, right? Because we're seeing these guys at the top, but I truly believe anyone can still pull off the championship, right? They can walk away winners.
Yeah, I wanted to highlight Slender's team, right? I've been referencing them a lot, my Portuguese Magnificos. These guys on the day coming into this game have been the 2nd best team, right, in terms of their performances, their placements. And I think it's because they've been so proactive, right? Yesterday, they picked up a Victory Royale. I spoke to Mosh and he said, look, I'm feeling a little top 7, right? I think if we have good surge, if we can sort that out, we're going to be fine. And I think they've sort of figured things out. You saw that in the first clip, right? He lands there, he realizes, like other teams have, can we split? These guys are so split around on the map. If I land on this mountain here, get a weapon, by, the RNG gods, I can get some tags off, I can get some shots off. And it's, paying off for these guys. Hopefully we can see them sort of convert and have really good performances moving forward. Leaderboards haven't changed up too much as a result of the fact we had 2 teams really low down, doing well. And so the top of the leaderboards still looking similar to what we saw last game.
Yeah, we saw, Hen, Janus, and Chapix there coming down in 11th with 3 eliminations. So, as far as their games have gone, somehow, even though they came 11th with 3 elims, that's still one of their worst games yet. So that just shows how consistent and good these guys really are. But, that actually has kind of closed the gap between Vidil, Norali, and Rezon and them. They're now 20 points difference because something that went under the radar a little bit there was Vidil's, Rezon, and Norali's 10 eliminations. They popped off with 10 eliminations in 5th place. So while all these teams were struggling, climbing up that hill, you know what? These guys were just looking at each other and saying, you know what? That elim's mine. You're struggling? No, you're out of the game. Sorry. You're struggling? You're gone too. So, you know what? They took advantage of the awkward zone, to say the least, and managed to get up. If they managed to get into that top 3 as well, we could see a different story between that top leaderboards.
Look, Reese, we got 3 games left. Are we starting to get to the place where, you know, it's becoming a 2-person race, right? Where it's like we have these two teams. These 2 teams look like the teams who are most likely going to leave today with the AXA champions. I don't want to speak too soon, right? 3 games is still plenty of time for someone to just come through and just wow us, right? But it is starting to look like those are the 2 teams that are going to pull away. Don't want to speak too soon. I don't want to jinx anything. Don't want to speak too soon. Taking a look at your screens. Cast the curse. We've heard it all before. Interesting stuff, right? Certain players who I think started off hot yesterday, not being able to replicate their performances in that sense, right? You know, Zeke, you mentioned how Stompy's team really started off hot, right? First game, Victory Royale, second game, second place. And now it's like they've sort of fallen off a cliff, no pun intended, to that last game. And it's going to be interesting to see if they're able to bounce back in a sense.
That's what it's all about. They have 3 games left. They have a championship. The Axe of Champions. That is all these players are thinking about. Who will pull out all the stops and walk away your new champions? Well, after 3 games, we will find out. But for now, we got to cool off. We're going to step away, go find some chug splashes because we have taken a bunch of damage and we need to be prepared heading into these last 3 games of the FNCS. So get up, find yourself a little bit of water, come back, and we'll be here the last 3 games. See you guys in just a moment.
Welcome to the Reboot Rundown. If you missed it, there was a special reboot round which included all the best teams that couldn't make it past the semifinals. Everyone had one more chance. Only the team with the Victory Royale in the single match could make it to the finals of this FNCS. With these types of stakes, we saw the craziest action and display of dominance throughout every region. Today, we're going to show you just 3 of those stories from Europe, North America East, and North America West.
For EU, it was Flecken, Aloft, Diablo, and Bayon who clinched the Victory Royale with a thrilling heal-off that went down to the final second. Flecken gets chosen to try and heal off and win the game as a solo. With no mats, he's forced to go into the heal-off 29 seconds before the zone closes. The medkits can't be used here because he's already in zone and the other team has a huge advantage on time, so he needs to do something and make a play to win the game. Dropping to low ground, he finds the most crucial elimination, netting him 50 extra HP from Siphon, 2 floppers and cabbages, enough to make up the time difference and win him the reboot round. You could feel the hype in this final moment.
An opportunity here, right here. Flecken has the win condition for the heal off there, but can a trio there? Okay, he found the Elim, gets a little bit more Siphon. Now he's in it. He's all the way committed. Gray is going to go for the med kit. He does have an opportunity to walk away. A top 3 situation here, Sayo.
He's trying for it. Everyone now in helo mode. Gray's all the way up top looking for it. Flecken gets a big Siphon as well. MXR is trying to delay anything, but it's head to head. Flecken versus Gray. He's got cabbages and floppers. Gray will have to drop down and find this elimination. Flecken with the flops. Pops one over. That's his last. Gray, 2 seconds. 1. It's over. And it's Flecken with positioning, aggression, and heals to win the European reboot round. Now in NA East, people were playing for heal-offs too, but there was one team with a very different goal in mind and a mission to continue their legacy in this FNCS finals. They weren't going to lose. NRG Zate, Train H Saf, and Liquid Stretch. Names synonymous with greatness and a history of success, no matter what team they were on. These guys chose to attack the POI with the most explosive potential, Hydro 16. Endgame gave us the pleasure of watching the classic split this trio does so well, making sure no one could touch them on height with constant pressure from all angles. In EU, height changed hands 7 times, but in NA East, no one dared to challenge the kings at their throne. With no bounce back zones, everyone on low ground ran out of mats way quicker. The likelihood of a heal off looked so low, and they didn't even have to touch the reserve of heals they had at all. They made their performance look absolutely flawless. This was one of the most legendary comebacks of one of the greatest teams to touch competitive Fortnite.
Dubs is in shambles. Mega's back in Storm. He finds more meds though. He gets more splashes. He gets more floppers. Is this enough? He can pull off the double med kit.
RPG
They
was a mistake.
RPGs them. They take down Dubs, but they don't take down Mega. He's deep in Storm. Stretch is setting up. He's looking. He's got the meds, but he's also got the eyes in the sky. Who has more meds? Stretch or Mega? Mega went out deep. He went in early. He's pushing back in. He knows he doesn't have it. He can't get the med kit off. That's it. As long as Stretch heals this, Zayt, Saf, and Stretch will be going through to the grand final.
Wow.
Stretch holds on to his history.
NA West, a region where you can expect the unexpected. Coming into this reboot round, it was a pure wildcard match. Each team had an equal chance of clinching that victory royale and qualifying for the finals. The way Jeffers, Union, and Dardis clutched up had the heal-off meta involved with a little bit of spice. Dropping Holy Hedges, there was a ton of heals to be found. 6 Chug Splashes along with more from a Loot Llama, with some additional seasoning of 6 peppers to speed up their luck and position on the map. In the final duel in NA West, it was time for an upset. It looked like solo FNCS champion Vert and his trio, who was slated to come back and win the reboot round, had it all in the bag. Jeffers' trio had other plans. They made a crucial play in disrupting the heal-off, and the rest is history.
Chug Splash is there. Does he have enough to put
getting
pressure
hounded.
from high ground, though? He's got to keep Chug Splashing, got to keep throwing, got to keep going for it. No! There's a player on the
found
other
him.
side. Is he going to go down? He got knocked!
It's Vert. Vert's in the zone. It's Vert versus Jeffers. Vert has to find Jeffers up on the high ground, but Jeffers has the peppers. He's popping a pepper. Chug Splash is going through. The med kit won't matter. Vert has to go find him, and Jeffers says, "Toodaloo, I will see you in the finals. You'll be watching. I'll be playing, baby."
How far will these teams go? Will the addition of aggressive fighters, historic legends, or a team that gets one more chance at fame change the story of the FNCS finals? We've made it past the reboot. Now it's time to play out the rest of the game. Keep your seatbelts on, Fortnite fam. We'll see you at the finals. Beep, beep.
What's going on, Fortnite fam? Welcome back to the finals here of the FNCS. We're in the European region, where only 3 games remain until we know who the next trio's champions will be and who will get to hold those Acts of Champions until the next FNCS. It's me, Z. We got Reese, we got Levin, and in just a moment, we'll be jumping back aboard the battle bus for game number 4 on the day. We hope you guys are enjoying the action. If you're watching a Party Royale, what's up, Party Royale? Give me your favorite emote right now. I like it. Perfect. You know who else likes it? It's Shy Wager. It's Sancho West. Let's get in the game.
Oh, we like it a lot, and it's about to get serious. The final quarter of games for the European finals, and we have some of the best teams towards the top.
Absolutely, and this is number 5. This is intense here. Every moment matters here on out. Every build, every rotation, every decision, every shot is going to matter, so you could walk away the FNCS champion in the lion's share of over $1 million. First place, $300,000. Wow, Shayo, we're talking about life-changing money will be cholled out here today in just a few hours. If you can't feel that, ooh, we're gonna get you there, I promise you.
I feel like some names are already maybe signed on that check, right? Hen, Janice, and Chapix are just having a phenomenal performance game after game after game. A 3rd, 1st, and then 11th overall on the day. More elims every single game that are getting higher and higher. And they have a 20-point difference between them and then Vidil, Noah Riley, and Reason. Thomas HC Flick and Anas are also in the business, in the mix, 4th place overall. But man, these guys in 1st are so far ahead.
So far ahead, and as well, Seti, Kemi, and Teak, who started off the day in the 1st place, sliding further down as they have been eliminated. Again, we are jumping into the match. A lot of things have already happened already. We also have Nico's trio going down, Eunice's trio going down, and Legends trio going down. But the big one is that 8th place trio going down. So that gives rooms for Kiko to move up. It gives room for Savage to get off that 10th place to move up. But now we're focused here on Thomas HD trio coming in 4th place last season, finishing in 3rd place, wanting a better opportunity to go up their leaderboard as much as possible here. And they're already seeing it. The changes there, they're hitting their shots here. And this is where right now, it's just you're all going based on instinct. All those plans and whatnot, out the window, bro.
Their instinct is always nice. It's just so unfortunate because we've seen them in 2 games be so close to, gaining control. This is the team that, to get the most points possible, they need that VR, they need a position where they're on height towards the end. But Sancho, we've been seeing zones that are made up from someone I gotta believe is diabolical, man. A mountain. You're forcing every team to cross over. You're forcing teams to the north edge of the zone 2. You're forcing them to play in the dry desert over and over. Ultimate low ground with no bounce backs. It's so difficult to operate in these end games, yet the same teams at the top are finding success game after game.
And they're doing it in different ways. Reasons Trio decided to let's go ahead and get our points in elims, and they racked in like about, I think, reset 10 elims, so they got at least 20 points, even though they fell at top 5, not getting that big bonus in that top 3. Still a phenomenal performance to close the gap on Hen's Trio.
And then Amplify, Matzo, and Benji are still in the mix, even though they have a few rough games here and there. Is Thomas gonna find the snipe?
Dude, he's shooting that through the trees. He's just going off on, like I said, instinct. But now we're taking a look at the Chaos at the 0 point going down. Vidil, Noah Riley, reason sometimes they take off a big bite that they simply cannot chew. But it looks like it does work out. They just swallow that down right then and there. Reason Vidil and Noah Riley picking fights left and right, but this may be a troublesome spot considering that there's a lot of trios in this situation. Kluja, Hellfire going down. This Boyer, who has been always trying to hold on, trying to keep this trio steady, the veteran, doing all that he can against this dangerous trio. Close to might be converted over into it, and Boyer now is just going to go away because there's still a lot to play. If you're not in the top 5, at least top 10 opportunities. Boyer's trio's in 19th place. They can make some movement. If they break into top 15 for them, that's going to be big money increase as well.
20-point difference as well for Hen and Vidil we just saw on screen. And they kind of make it up a little bit with those 2 elims. That trio is kind of like a spiky ball. No one can grasp them, hold them down, or even leave them unscathed.
Dude, that looked like a little spa, right? Doesn't that look refreshing to go into? It looks so fun. I know that's it's heating up here in the States, and that looked refreshing to hang out in. As you're seeing, Thomas Stacey has spent more time alive than any other player in the EU region. This shows you, like I said, in game he has that solo clutch opportunities. He did it last season, winning a couple victory royales by himself. Of course, the meta's changed. The Shockwave was a huge factor into winning that. And now they're 47 above. So that little delay, that spa retreat, kind of slowed them down just a little bit.
At the same time with that stat, technically with in-game time age, Thomas is the oldest player on the field. So he has to be the wisest. Maybe that's why he hits all these snipes. He knows the angles. He's like the hidden sage, basically, on the Fortnite island in EU.
But hey, let's see, maybe that's going to wear him out. The stamina just to be up, that intensity to be up. We've seen that sometimes when you're playing that high level, these games, they go 20 plus at least all the way to those final minutes, all the way down.